We're just going to go over different types of neighborhoods so that you can make a good decision for yourself what the best neighborhood for you is going to be. As I've mentioned in past videos, there's a lot of different styles and types of neighborhoods to choose from, and if none of those work for you, you can always head to the suburbs for more. Some people want a smaller community town feel, and some people like me like the busier Colorado Springs city lifestyle. I've had people call me that just want something that's walkable, where they can get wherever they want without having to get a car, or they can just easily snag an Uber and jump to wherever they need to go. Or I've had families reach out to me and they want something with amenities like swimming pools and parks and dog parks and things like that. So we're gonna break all that down for you here today. So let's head over to the map. And if you want a copy of this map for yourself, feel free to download my relocation guide. There is a map of all the Springs neighborhoods so that you can kind of follow along and also look these up on your searches. So if you go to my website and you type in a certain neighborhood, all those listings available in that area are going to pop up. Now keep in mind that we are short on housing, and so if you can't find something there, you might have to just expand your search. Maybe you can even use a map. You can draw a polygon on there as well. So just know if you can't find a specific house in that neighborhood, just make your search a little bit broader around that neighborhood. Now most of the houses that are on my website are all going to be for sale. If you're looking for rentals, you can do the same exact thing on rentals.com or hotpads.com. Those websites are going to have pretty much very similar features where you can draw polygons or search by zip code or neighborhood or anything like that. Now this video is going to be broken down into chapters, so if there is a particular neighborhood or search that you're looking for, you can go ahead and scrub through. You'll be able to see all the different chapters, so you can rewatch or go back or skip around as much as you'd like. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the most affordable areas. But before we do that, if this is your first time here to the channel, my name is Iris. I'm a real estate agent here in the city of Colorado Springs, but I serve pretty much anywhere south of Denver. So starting at Castle Rock all the way down to Fountain in your mountain areas like Woodland Park or Divide or Florissant, those areas, also Manitou Springs. So if you have a house that you're looking for in that area, I would be happy to help you one-on-one. Feel free to give me a call, text, or email. So the first thing we're going to do is head over to Google Earth, and Denver is up here and we're about 90 minutes south of Denver. So you're going to hit like Castle Rock and Larkspur and Monument, which is becoming a very popular neighborhood. And then there's Black Forest, and then right here in Colorado Springs, and then you've got Fort Carson and Fountain down further down here. Fountain, Fort Carson. We also have the Widefield area. And so we're going to kind of touch on all these different neighborhoods. Manitou Springs over here on the west side. You've got Garden of the Gods. All this is on the west side when it comes to mountains and views and all the trees and all the things that people really love about living in Colorado Springs. And so we've got Cheyenne Mountain. That's where like the zoo is. We've got the Broadmoor area down here. So let's talk about affordability first. When you're looking at more affordable neighborhoods, a lot of these neighborhoods kind of near Colorado Springs proper, like Nob Hill, are going to be a little bit more affordable. You've got Security Widefield area, which is a suburb of Colorado Springs, and that's going to be a little bit more affordable as well. Stratmore is going to be a more affordable neighborhood in the Springs. Fort Carson area is in Fountain. So this Fountain area, you know, the further south you go, the less expensive homes are, whereas the further north you go, as you kind of get towards anything on the west side is going to be pretty much a premium. We've got Garden of the Gods here. We've got some parks that are protected land. So a lot of that land cannot be used to be built. And so the closer you get to the north side, the more expensive. So as you are looking at homes, I would suggest that you head on over to my website, and then when you're searching for homes, say for example, you really like this area because it's close to Air Force Academy, and that's where you're going to be relocating. So you think about areas like Glen Eagle. There is Monument and Woodmore. People love the Tri-Lakes area because of just the outdoor living. They've got some water, little bodies of water that are out there. So it's kind of nice to be able to go kayaking and maybe ice fishing in the winter when the lake freezes up. And people just love it because there's a lot of trees. Obviously, over here on the west side, there's a ton of trees. Even in Black Forest area, people love it. Now, these homes are going to be a lot more expensive. So, what you're going to do to kind of see what is going to work best for you and your budget, you're going to go to my website, and maybe you do want to live in Glen Eagle. So, you're just going to type in Glen Eagle. And sometimes it says there's no matches, but you're just going to go ahead and find listings that mention Glen Eagle and then hit the search button. So, and from here, you can go ahead and do your search. Like, I want 3 bedrooms. And these days, you do need 3 bathrooms. There's just so many people living in the house. You can do single family, new construction. And then for an advanced search, say like you want to get down to the nitty gritty, we're going to hit active. We only want to see active homes. And then you're going to go ahead and type in the general features. So if you want acreage, if you want to see what kind of floor plan, some people just want a ranch style floor plan. Now, if you do this search and nothing pops up, then you're going to, like, this one only has one that meets that criteria. We just have a really low inventory situation, not enough homes for sale. Just go ahead and expand that search. So maybe you're open to seeing other homes that are not a ranch. Maybe you're okay with just 2 bedroom. So that kind of opens up the pool. Now we have 2. So you can see on the, this is actually under contract. So it should be pulling only active. Sorry, I hit that wrong. Okay, so now we're back to 0. So both of those were under contract. So basically just play with this and see. I mean, that's the inventory that we have. That's pretty crazy. We've got 2 options here. We have this home here, and then we have this $1.3 million home here. So if you think about it this way, everyone's going to be fighting over this one listing. Everybody that wants to move to Glen Eagle, obviously a more desirable neighborhood, not enough listings in this neighborhood. So, I mean, it's a gorgeous home. So anyway, that's what you're going to do. You're just going to go through and maybe you don't mind living on the south end. Maybe you want to be close to, let's just say, close to Peterson. So we've got Peterson on this east side here as well as Schriever. And I know a lot of you are coming from Northcom. So then you're just going to look in these areas. Maybe you want to live in Cimarron Hills because it's a short commute to work. You're just going to hop over here and then you're going to search up Cimarron Hills. So I always click on this little logo here to get back to this homepage just so it's easier. This is a more neighborhood friendly map, so you can always download this in my free relocation guide. I'll put the links in the description so you can grab a copy of that. But this is just a little bit nicer because you can see like, oh, okay, Wolf Ranch is over here, Village 7, all these are on the east side of the Springs. And so just going back to Cimarron Hills, we're going to do an advanced search and see if we can pull up anything in Cimarron. Now, if this happens and it's kind of like, what the heck, I know there are homes in Cimarron Hills. I would just zoom in and kind of find that area. So I'm just going to draw around this here. I'll just start at Powers, head over to Carefree, to Mark Shuffle. Go down here and then close off that turn screen. So now hopefully we're going to remove Cimarron Hills and hopefully it's going to just pull up a map of all the homes. All right, there we go. These are all the homes that are available in that neighborhood that are going to be close to Schriever and Peterson, or just, more affordable if that's what you're looking for in general. Now, as you go more north in Colorado Springs, you can delete that circle and then start again. So let's pull up, say, Wolf Ranch. I want to find homes that are in the Wolf Ranch area. So these are all the homes in that area. So that's kind of how I would suggest doing it, just going back and forth and figuring out what neighborhood is going to work for you. You can always reach out to me. You can email me, call me, or text me. I'm happy to help you walk through this just so you don't have to do all the research. But I know a lot of people like to do their research, and that's why you're here. You're on YouTube because you like to figure it out, and then so you can feel a little bit more confident as you're going through your home search process. Let's just try security, for example. There's going to be some information about security. These are the bases that are close to it, but it'll pull up a map here, and this might help you a little bit more as far as exploring areas. So this is closer down south. The average sold price is around $370,000. So again, you can go through here and see what homes are available.
in the median home price range. It's kind of like the middle of the road, a little bit more affordable than a lot of other neighborhoods. And then you can obviously sort by price, bedrooms, all that fun stuff.
If you're looking for the Colorado lifestyle with incredible views of nature, maybe a tiny lake in a community or golf course, you might want to consider places like Black Forest, Monument, Flying Horse North, or the Broadmoor. These neighborhoods offer privacy with tall evergreen trees, plenty of hiking trails, and they're further from the city, so you get a little bit more privacy. Perfect for those seeking a more relaxing lifestyle. For those who are looking for amenities to keep the family and the dogs entertained, consider neighborhoods like Wolf Ranch, Briargate, Broadmoor again, Flying Horse proper, or Banning Lewis. All of these neighborhoods have water in the form of either a lake or swimming pools. Now, another community that is good for this is the Whitefield community, located on the southeast part of Colorado Springs. Now, you do have to pay for this one, but it's super affordable. Under $10 to get in to swim at the time of this video. Now, Whitefield has a community center and a splash pad too, and their homes are a lot more affordable. You'll find more walkable areas in places like Stetson Hills, downtown Colorado Springs, the old North End over by the college, or Village 7, Villa Loma. These are just to name a few. Now, refer to the map because I know I'm just spitting out a lot of different neighborhoods, but that map is going to help you figure out where that neighborhood is and help you decide where you're going to move. Because I know it's really hard when you're coming from another city. Maybe you've never been here, but it's challenging to know exactly where you're going to move and if you're going to love that place that you are going to live at. Now, if you want just a nice, affordable neighborhood with good schools, you want to check out niche.com. I highly recommend going to some of these community websites, Reddit, asking friends or family what their opinions are when it comes to crime and schools. I always recommend the resources that are on my website. There's links on there so you can search up and see what crimes are going on in that area. You can even go on the police blotter. I know that was a huge thing for me. I wanted to feel comfortable with my kids playing outside and things like that. So I was really picky about my neighborhood, but I've talked to people where that is not as important as it would be for other people. So really depends on you and what your lifestyle is going to be like and the needs that you have as an individual. If you have a specific need that is not here, maybe you need to sell where you are and buy here, or you want to sell here and buy somewhere else. I have connections everywhere, so please feel free to book a call. It's a free consultation, help you get settled to where it is that you need to go for the next chapter of your life. I'm always posting videos about this kind of stuff, real estate and places to live in Colorado, so if that is something that you're interested in, make sure that you are subscribed, and it would also help me out a lot for the YouTube algorithms. Now, if you want to learn more about all the different types of neighborhoods specifically, I've started a playlist that you can actually take a look at and go through each neighborhood individually to see if you like it. That is going to be popping up on the screen, so make sure you save that or watch that now, and I'll see you on the next video.